Guys, I'm at the Pool of Siloam and I'm doing a tour with another tour guide, with the one who's actually now digging here. His name is Nahshon, and I prepared like two weeks ago, something like that, a video about Pool of Siloam and asked so many questions. I decided to pay a lot of money, but to be with him because he's actually destroying everything, every theory about it. And I will try to repeat almost everything that is said, or the most important thing. Then it might be a little bit shaky, difficult to understand from time to time, but that's what I'm trying to do. There's a lot of noise here. I hope that you can hear something. But that was such an important thing for me to do, because Nahshon Zanton, he's got his own theory, and I love those theory. That junction is the junction of the Hell Valley, Kebinom, and the Kidron Valley. And the wall that you see here is kind of a dam that stopped the money from running out to the valley. Before him, Shukron, for example, another one, he recognized that place at the Pool of Siloam. Before that, the British one, they decided that the Pool of Siloam, right there, you can see the mosque there. There's an ancient church, and when we discovered it, the Muslims built on top of it a mosque, and there's a small pool, and they believe that it's that place, mainly because the name of it was Pool of Siloam. Here, that pool called Pool, the Red Pool, Birkat el-Khamra, which is a special kind of dirt. You can see the beautiful stairs that goes all the way down, 5 stairs, and then flat, another 5 stairs, and then kind of a flat place. We know that kind of pools, like a Roman pools like that, it's not like a unique pool here. And we found another one next to the old city. But it's usually all around. Here we have only, the pools got plaster, and they're not as big as that. I'm talking about the Roman pools. And what he actually believed that is that this is larger than anything. Then it looks like a huge place, and the other before him, they were sure that that was a pool, the Pool of Siloam. And I'm talking about 2004. That's where they excavated it for the first time. They excavate only a few small place here. The other side that you see here was part of the Orthodox Church, belonged to the Orthodox Church. We had to buy it from them, and now actually can see we are digging. In his studies, he checked that area and the streets around it. And they found the street that I'm going to climb it, but I already uploaded it. Then for them, when they discovered that part of it and the street, they actually could continue with the pool and to make a round pool as it's supposed to be. We believe that there was a pool, but that was true until 2023, until he started to excavate here. He believes that the pool there is more connected to the streets there and not to here. And he believed that that was a square pool, like it's supposed to be like the Roman small pools. But here, there's a pool here from the Roman time, I mean, maybe even from the time of King Herod. When you are reading Josephus, that tells us all about Jerusalem at the time of King Herod. Josephus mentioned the wall that surrounded the city, but he said that it's reaching that area to, it actually is reaching all the way to here, to Pool of Siloam, and then continue to the up to the city. The location here is then the Pool of Siloam is west to Pool of Solomon, and the connection is the first wall from the Hashmonite time. Then there are two pools: Pool of Siloam, which is there at the end of the Gihon spring. And there's another pool outside that Josephus called it Pool of Solomon. Josephus mentioned that Pool of Solomon is a swimming pool, and it's an open pool, and it's looks like that you're looking at that pool. And this is Pool of Siloam for a Pool of Solomon pool, and not Pool of Siloam. In 2023, they discover when they excavated here that it's not as square as they actually thought to be. I want you to imagine square thing and water in it. And they are until now working here. And they actually discover, unfortunately, that it's not what they thought. It's going to be like a square thing. Imagine that everything beneath, the one beneath it's now it's covered, as you can see. And everything, think about that, everything beneath it is actually full with water, and they still didn't reach to the bedrock. The dam straight, as you can see here, they didn't reach to the bedrock there as well. Then it actually goes all the way there and then straight into the water pool. And they discover that there's another dam stone which goes all over from here. Another stage beneath, and not only that one, I'm talking about the lower part, and it goes like that. And it's earlier than the Hashmonite. Then if that is from the Hashmonite time, that is earlier than that. There is an article that he wrote in English. I will try to add the link to it. I will try to add a link for it if he will send it to us. Every day they are actually discover part of the dam, but they're still not there. Maybe they behind him. He believes that there's another pool. Maybe that's the Canaanite Pool of Siloam. What is important to us is the new things, new discoveries. This is maybe from the time of King Herod, and there they discover another layer before him, and what they actually believe is, and it's such a lot of tension, huh? What I discovered that before that layers of King Herod, the stages is of 50 centimeters, not like that. This is 30 centimeters. 50 centimeters, it's not like regular stairs. Then what he believed that before that it was a place of it looks like more like a theater. I mean, look at my legs. It's difficult to sit like that if you are watching a theater, but if you are sitting like that, it's easier. Then there are two stages, maybe even from the time of King Herod. One was a theater, the other one was a pool. Question marks. I know that it's not easy to understand. Josephus actually tells us that King Herod at around 27 BC, it tells us that he built here a kind of a gym and a theater, and even an amphitheater, which is totally not a Jewish thing, and it's against the Jewish way of living. We discover three Roman places: Hippodrome, theater, for Augustus Caesar that celebrate, I think, 5 years as a ruler or something like that.
But then you can see over there.
After King Herod died, the Jews actually stayed here at the Hippodrome, which was south of the city, and this is the south of the city as well. King Herod built an amphitheater in Caesarea. But, and he wrote about amphitheater here, but at that time, amphitheater is equal to theater. Then maybe in that area there was something like that. Until now we didn't find it inside the city, although believe me, we tried. And I remember it's a little bit against the Jewish way of living. It's totally against. Every place like that, it's a Roman temple, and totally not a pagan temple. And Jerusalem is a city without it. This is the only city that you didn't find any statue here of Roman Caesar or anyone. The celebration was about his victory of Augustus. It's a marine victory against Antonius at Actium. Augustus won the war against Antonius, and he became the Caesar of Rome. And King Herod was against Augustus. He was with Antonius. Then he went to Rome to Augustus and said, "I'm sorry that I did it, but I was loyal to Antonius. Now he's dead. I will be loyal to you." And he decided to celebrate it in Caesarea and here, but they almost the Jews killed King Herod, because this is something that you cannot do in Jerusalem. Remember, you cannot do that. Then King Herod moved the celebration from here to Caesarea, but what we actually can see here is a place from the time of King Herod that relate to a water pool that maybe was supposed to be the amphitheater of that celebration. It's called Escapion celebration for Augustus. But because they didn't use it as that, then they actually use it as a pool. Then let's go from the end to the beginning. The theater of water, amphitheater, and it was Pool of Siloam before that, from the Second Temple time, from the early Roman time, an open pool, a public pool, for just for fun, and it's actually very close next to Pool of Siloam, which is right there. That's why I said you cannot see or didn't find the stairs around it, and it's not a round pool. And if you can see the end, if you see those seats, this is the end of the seats. That's it. There's no more pools. But there's a lot of work to do. Then everything can be different. Now we reached 16 or 18 minutes. It's difficult to see. Is that Pool of Siloam or Pool of Solomon? I want you to hear in a comment. What do you think about it? Now, if we are talking about Christianity here, according to the New Testament, the Christian Bible or the Bible, Jesus healed here the blind man. Yohanan. It's talking about chapter 8 at John. Jesus lived the Temple Mount. He went out of one of the gates and he met actually the blind man and asked him a question about who. That's less important. And if you remember, Jesus was spat on the floor, put the dust on his eye and his eyes, and saying, "Go." And he asked him to go to purify himself or to clean his body at the Pool of Siloam. The next chapter, next after he did it, after he was cured, he went up to the temple, mount, which is all the way up. From here, there are 600 stairs to here. Then you've been asked to go to the pool, 600 stairs to here, to be cured. And what the Jews actually said in their way of living, that if you do have a blind man, you must help him and not make his life tougher. And what he actually believes, then when he told the blind man, I give you holy land from the temple, and now I'm sending you, you have to believe, to trust me, I'm sending you to the pool to be cured. And when he's climbing up to the temple after he's been cured, then he's doing a very important thing in Judaism, is to climb up to the temple as a pure and pure man. Guys, I will show you soon how it actually still the excavators, except of Nahshon, which I love their way of thinking, because he is actually thinking outside the box. And I love new things. I will show you how it looks like, but I will ask you, if that's your first video or you didn't do that before, to subscribe to my channel. This video is according to the excavator, the one who's actually excavating here for the last 2 years, and that's why it was important for me to summarize the thing that he said one by one. I was try to translate everything that he said, or at least most of it. Then don't forget to subscribe. Now, I'm not working for more than almost a year, because of the war, and I will be more than happy if you can that you will help me to gain more subscribers by sending that video, which is not an easy video, to everyone that you know. And I want to know if you reach that part, and tell me that you did it, because you are something special. And of course you can ask me whatever you want, and what I will, and if it's okay by you, because you are the only option for me for income in that here. Look at the like button. Next to it you will see a shape of a heart. It's called Super Thanks. And at the description of the video you can find 2 more links, one of PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee, and you can do that as well. Thank you very much. Here you can see the pool, the square pool that we know from the Roman time, but what you can see here is only that part. That part is not exist, and it's not exist. It's not that they didn't find it yet, it's not there. What we have now is only that part. All right, it sounds like something special. One more thing about the book of Luke, and remember, I think some 18 people actually died when a tower fell on them. Might be there. They found the gate and a tower next to the gate. Then thank you for being with me in that 24 minutes. If you reached 24 minutes, write me a comment. 24 minutes or 24. I will understand exactly what you mean. And I will bless each one of you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.